Anthony Davis has a problem. The Mavericks want to trade him, he is expecting a trade, only nobody wants him. Why? Well, Cooper Flagg, a rookie, has played in 5 more games for the Mavericks than AD has, a red flag, but only part of the story. Because when he actually plays, Anthony Davis can still be elite. He dropped 40 points in the play-in game versus the Grizzlies just last season. That is a ceiling raiser title contenders usually want. But the problem is, street clothes isn't just a meme anymore.
I call him Anthony Street Clothes Davis because he's always in street clothes.
It is a warning. And even worse, his contract. AD will make over $62 million in 2028. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic is averaging a near 35-point triple-double. The Luka trade was an absolute joke. We know this, but what we don't know is the harshest part here. The real reason why nobody wants Anthony Davis is not about the money or the injuries. It is something somehow even more embarrassing. But Mike, you may be wondering, what is possibly more embarrassing than being the main piece in the worst trade in NBA history? The Chicago Bulls have been linked to Anthony Davis recently, but look at what Bulls fans have been saying. On Reddit, the post is simply, "We don't want Anthony Davis," with 894 upvotes. Some comments include, "Agree. He's injured so often it would be another worthless contract. Let's stop making that type of mistake. I'd rather have D Rose come out of retirement and be a vet presence on the end of the bench than AD. If we trade for effing Anthony Day to Davis, we riot." We're watching one of the biggest falls from an NBA star who is still producing in recent memory. Luka showed up to the Lakers training camp skinny and in shape. Anthony Davis showed up gaining 15 pounds as a vet who was supposed to know better. And now the report is that he himself believes he is going to be traded. And if he was locked in, then a team like the Warriors or the Pistons, they would be willing to bet on him. He would be right in championship contention yet again. We can't forget AD averaged 27.7 points, 9.7 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks per game in the 2020 playoffs to get LeBron his one title with the Lakers so far.
Drives again, back to Davis. Davis for 3. Bang! Anthony Davis from downtown. And the Lakers take a 9-point lead. Timeout Miami. Butler makes his drive, goes inside, blocked by Davis. Anthony Davis putting on the finishing touches with his 4th block shot of the game, following that huge 3-pointer.
But that is not currently the legacy he is leaving. His legacy is currently street clothes. It's clips like this.
In fact, it was reported by Chris Haynes that he was put in a wheelchair.
You know what that is. I'm laughing at Chuck. I'm Chuck over there crumbling up paper. I'm fixing my seat. But I did not do that. You're fixing your seat. I did not do that. Ernie, wait, don't let us go there.
When Luka Doncic was traded, we were told it was because he was too fat, that he was not a reliable star, and that the Lakers had rigged it. That the Mavericks wanted a reliable star to move forward with, not someone who was going to sit on the bench half the season. Which makes sense if you weren't trading away Luka Doncic and if you weren't trading for Anthony Davis. AD has played in over 62 games just one time since the 2018 season. Luka Doncic was not even in the league back then. Meanwhile, Luka played in all 22 playoff games on the way to bringing Dallas to the 2024 finals while playing on knees that were quite literally bleeding through their bandages.
Against Harden, Doncic runs it up.
He goes! He is that guy!
Doncic maneuvers for the lead. What a shot! Dallas has taken the lead.
It is just absurd that Dallas would choose AD to trade Luka for, but it's here where somehow the embarrassment for Anthony Davis gets somehow worse. Teams do not want Anthony Davis because he is aging the opposite of gracefully. Great veteran bigs add to their games as they get older because they begin to suffer from less athleticism and less mobility. That is how you stay great. And the easiest thing you can add is a reliable 3-point shot. Brook Lopez recreated his entire career when he was 28 years old. Before he was 28, he had made 3 3-pointers combined in his entire career. Then suddenly, he made 134 3-pointers in a single season. He became a stretch big the Bucks could rely on the way to winning a championship. Now in 2018, Anthony Davis shot 34% from 3. I guess he has not been working on his jumper at all, as this season he's shooting 31.3% from 3, which is actually a surprise because from the 2021 to 2025 seasons, AD shot a combined 25.7% from deep. In the modern NBA, we know that is not good enough. And we also unfortunately see a pattern here, because Anthony Davis's problems get even worse when we zoom out and look at his career as a whole. I think a lot of us have forgotten that Anthony Davis was once on track to be one of the best big men ever. That is not an exaggeration. He was that good. In his third season, Anthony Davis was 5th in the MVP voting, and he was first team All-NBA.
The pick out top for Holiday. He's got Davis on the lob! 2-point game, 2 seconds to play.
Very close to a 5-second count. Davis at the buzzer for the win. And the Pelicans defeat the Thunder. Anthony Davis over Andre, rattles it home. Andre in his face. He has 57.
In college, he is one of just 4 players ever to win NCAA Player of the Year as a freshman, which got him that generational prospect tag. And then as a 23-year-old, he averaged 28 points, 11.8 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 2.2 blocks a game in a slower paced league. Sounds incredible, but his last first-team All-NBA appearance came in 2020 at the age of 26. True stars, true all-time big men, they keep going. Jokic is 30. He is having the best statistical year of his life. He might win his 4th MVP. Anthony Davis is averaging his lowest points per game since year 3, which brings us to the present, where fans are sensing a real drop-off in ability. Over the summer, Shams said that if AD was on the market in the summer, he would be worth 5 first-round picks. Now, he is literally on the open market, and we're seeing his value. Teams are barely calling. His value at this point is shocking. Let's remember Bradley Beal, the worst contract in basketball, was traded to the Suns for Chris Paul and 4 first-round pick swaps. The Timberwolves gave away 5 first-round picks to bet on Rudy Gobert. The Detroit Pistons are sitting there with tons of assets. It doesn't look like they want to bite on Anthony Davis. The Golden State Warriors badly want another title for Steph Curry. Their fans hate the idea of having AD on their roster. And the Bulls would be welcoming a hometown guy in AD, but their fans, including me, are screaming anyone but him. Anthony Davis is getting the sort of treatment we saw Ben Simmons get. People are talking about him as if he is a negative asset, a shocking fall from a player who, if healthy, can be a big-time game changer. But the big problem we have to end on is that, just like street clothes, if healthy, might become one of Anthony Davis's new nicknames. And there we have it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I really think you're going to like these videos that are on the screen right now. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You are awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and peace.